This is Ted with Commute My Bike, and I'm here with Steve Benning from the Eagle 103.7 in Flagstaff. Steve has completed his second week as a first-time bike commuter. He's using an electric bike. So this time, Steve, I want to talk to you about drivers of cars and traffic. Tell me what you've learned about drivers and traffic that you didn't know before.
Let's be nice about this. Some of them really don't pay attention, and I've noticed some inconsiderate drivers, here in Flagstaff. But all in all, it hasn't been too bad, and I would like to think that's because Flagstaff has a decent-sized biking community, and the community is a little bit more educated. I don't necessarily have the fear that I thought I would have driving the bike around town. There's been a couple of white-knuckle moments that make me regather my thoughts and go back to the time where I used to ride a motorcycle and, really have to be in tune with the drivers and everybody else and what's going on.
So tell me, I have latent motorcycle skills too. It's been a while since I owned a motorcycle. Tell me how those skills, have they served you, and are there ways in which they have not served you riding an electric bike?
Oh, I think they've served me very well because when I was riding a motorcycle, like I mentioned, you're very in tune with what's going on. You pay attention to people's face, what their eyes are doing, whether they're texting on the phone, whatever they're doing. You really pay more attention and seem to be more in tune with what's going on.
So as a motorcyclist, were you already in the habit of capturing that eye contact that so many experienced bike commuters talk about?
Yeah, it took a couple of scares to really realize that you really need to pay attention, and that's pretty much what did it. So,
and have you found that your motorcycle skills have disserved you in any way?
I don't think so. Maybe they've led me to be a little bit more aggressive, especially with e-bike, where I can take off a little bit quicker and maybe zip through something a little bit easier. So,
now, supposing you didn't have an electric bike, how do you think your commute would be different?
It would be a lot harder. It would be a lot more discouraging. And honestly, I don't know if I'd be able to stick with it. I'd probably go back and forth to work during bike to work week, but I've been taking it downtown and putting 10, 15 miles on it.
Many people who are considering commuting by bike have an exaggerated perception of the dangers of biking anywhere, much less biking to work, where they may have to share the road part of the way with cars. How have your opinions or your perception of the dangers changed since you've been biking over the last couple weeks?
They're not nearly as exaggerated as I thought they would be, and some of the people that I talk to about, the experiment we're doing commuting by bike, some of them say, I would never commute by bike because, it's unsafe, cars are dangerous, and they're right. The cars are the dangerous ones. The bicycles aren't necessarily the dangerous ones because, like I mentioned, senses become more aware when you're looking at the people and getting more in tune with them.
And is your route to work on bike the same as when you drive to work?
No, I'm able to jump on a bike path that goes underneath 89 and zips me pretty much straight to the mall. So,
okay, so
that makes it a little bit easier for me.
Is it a little bit farther as a result?
No, I don't believe so.
Because that's one of the things that we stress to first-time commuters, is that it is an opportunity to find a different way to work that avoids or minimizes your interaction with cars. Get back! The last time that we spoke, we had not yet officially launched the Joy Bag concept. So now the Joy Bag project is out of the bag. How do you think of it as a car replacement? I mean, do you feel that it captures some of the conveniences of a car, or are there any conveniences that it's still lacking?
No, and actually I've been using this as my second car because we only have one car in our family. So I've been using it to go to the stores and run errands and stuff like that, and I enjoy doing that. I really do.
So you're already a one-car family?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Now, as a one-car family, because that's the same as us, Are there times where you kind of feel like, gosh, if only we had a second car, maybe we do need another car. This is such a a pain to have to coordinate who's using the car when. Do you feel like an electric bike is a better resolution to some of these issues than perhaps even a second car would be?
Well, pretty much I view it as my second car now, or mode of transportation. Because like I mentioned, I take it to the store. We don't have to plan the use of the car, so to speak, anymore. It's so much more convenient. And I can jump on my bike and go.
Okay, great. I feel like I'm asking you very leading questions. Steve, don't you think bikes are excellent?
Bikes are good, Ted.
I'm glad you think so, because I think so too. Okay, well, this is Ted with Commute My Bike, and I've been talking with Steve Benning from the Eagle 103.7 in Flagstaff.